The photos I took in this shoot was at 1/25th of the second, and the ISO was at 100. Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to yet another video. And as you already know by the title what the video is about, so today it's going to be rather a very informative video than a usual one. It's basically for those of you interested in automotive photography. It's going to be pretty helpful, but you gotta watch the full video in order to get the juicy informations. So yes, we're going out right now. It's really early, like 7 a.m. right now. We're going for an automotive shoot. We're going to shoot a Mercedes CLA 180. So it should be a pretty clean one, and we'll have plenty of fun along the way. Let's start the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you subscribe. Turn on your notifications, give this video a big old thumbs up, comment down below whatever you feel, and roll the intro. Okay, you might be wondering what am I doing inside and why am I not outside shooting the car? And it's because of the harsh daylight we went out in. So this is number one tips of shooting automotive. It's because you have to keep that in mind. Harsh daylight is never good, especially when you're shooting cars. Cars are reflective objects. Cars are objects, right? Cars are very reflective, like they're shiny. If sunlight comes in, drops on them, it will reflect like crazy. So you don't want that to happen, you know. So you don't want to shoot in harsh daylight. We went out like 8 or 9 a.m. and usually the best situation to shoot car is during golden hour, which was till 7 a.m. I think, 7 or 7:30. You can get a little bit of golden hour vibe till 8, but not after that. So till we reached the place, it was already over 8. So harsh daylight was upon us, and it actually ruined the entire thing. But thankfully, we managed to get some amazing shots. I'm really satisfied with some of the shots. So yes, keep in mind that harsh light is never good for car photography. So you have 3 best times to shoot a car, such as first is the sunrise golden hour. It usually comes after 6:30, 6 a.m. After 6:30 a.m. it comes after 6:30. And the sunset golden hour, or even the blue hour or night. You know, these are all different light situations which can make your photo look even better, but never harsh daylight. We were unlucky that we got into the harsh daylight, but we got some pretty dope shots. So yeah, it was 35 degrees outside and we couldn't stay more than 1.5 hours. So we had to come back. It was really hot and we shot some bangers. Another very important factor when you're shooting cars is basically angle. Now, in photography in general, angle is very important. Perspective matters a lot. With perspective, with unique perspective, you can get some pretty unique shots and you can slay the game like in no matter of time. So yes, angles matter. when you're shooting a car, do not shoot the car from a human eye level. It's basically usually what general people does when they see a car or they spot a car. They'll just shoot like this. Do not do that. Go down below, go up above, go somewhere else and shoot through something else. You know, these are the facts that make your photos even better, and they eventually make the photo look very unique and very eye-catching, as you can say. So yes, angles very much change the game when it comes to automotive photography. So another very important accessory that you need when you're shooting automotive is a circular polarizer. Now it's the most important thing ever. I would have like make it the number one thing, but I didn't. But it's actually really very important to have a circular polarizer in general in every automotive shoot. It's because cars are very reflective, and to get rid of that reflection you will need a circular polarizer. You will need a circular polarizer. And let me show you what actually circular polarizer does. So imagine this is the car that you're going to shoot. As you can see, there is many reflections on the back glass. Now when you turn on the polarizer, that reflection cuts through, as you can see right there. So yes, that's what a circular polarizer does. So it's absolutely necessary you get a pricey polarizer, because cheap ones are not good, but they are still usable at some point. But I will highly suggest to get a pricey one, because polarizers are extremely crucial if you are looking to shoot cars. Like, they are life-saving things. So get a polarizer first. Okay, so another very important thing that we miss out when we are shooting cars is the attention to detail. Now a car is like very important. It's your main subject. So you have to go in and do everything. It's like you have to grab every single detail of the car that actually represents the car, such as the logo, the exact model logo, the rims detail, the interior detail. Every single thing matters when you're shooting a car. You gotta get every single detail of the car. So yes, detail shots are absolutely crucial and necessary. And now, the last but not the least, one of the most important things of shooting cars is to have a little bit motion in the photo. Now, you will obviously not take a still and make it a motionful photo, obviously, which I do sometimes when I spot a car and it's just randomly parked in a weird place. So I give out a little bit of manipulation and then make it a little bit, something that like the car is moving. So yeah, when you're shooting a car, you have to get roller shots. It has many names. It is known as rollers. It is known as chase shots. So yeah, we call it rolling shots. So rolling shots are fairly as important as all the other aspects of shooting a car. So in order to get smooth buttery rolling shots, what you need to have a stable hand if you're going to use your hand. There are people that use like gimbals and stuff to take rolling shots. Now it makes sense when you're taking a video, but it gets overly complicated when you're taking photos. So what you need to do to exactly take a rolling shot, the wheels are moving and the road's going smooth with pure buttery motion blur, what settings should you be using your camera with? Okay, so the number one fact is you have to consider the speed of the car. Now, if the car is going at 40 miles per hour, your shutter speed can be 1/40, but in my case, I always prefer really low shutter speed, and with very low shutter speed, the motion in the photo comes out more smoother. So the photos I took in this shoot was at 1/25 of a second, and the ISO was at 100, so keep the ISO as low as possible. If the lowest ISO in your camera is 100, keep it at 100. Well, my Sony a7 III has 50 as well, but I forgot to bring it down to 50. Anyway, you have to exactly compensate the shutter speed with your ISO and aperture. And as I did not have a variable ND filter, this is another important thing that you need to have, because when you're shooting in harsh daylight or daylight as well, when you're bringing down the shutter speed, and there's simply more light coming into your sensor, so you need a variable ND filter. And if you don't have that, compensate your shutter speed with your aperture and ISO. So what I did was I brought down my ISO at 100 and my aperture was somewhere around 11 to 12. Now aperture is very important thing when you're taking rolling shots. Do not take rolling shots with a wide open aperture such as 1.4, 1.8, 2.2, 2.5, 2.8. This is the reason a lot of the rolling shots, gets weird blurry images. You want your rolling shots to be focused. It has to be sharp, it has to be crispy, and in order to produce that crispy rolling shots, you need to have your aperture at the highest. Like, I'm not telling you to go at 22 obviously, but my aperture was somewhere around 11 to 12 or 13, somewhere around there. So adjust your aperture with the light situation that you are in. So yes, it is very important to get shots like this. So yes, it's very important to follow all these steps to get photos that I took. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do make sure you are following me on Instagram, because before shooting all these videos, I update every single thing on Instagram. So yes, I hope it helped you guys. I hope you learned something from this, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button as much as you can. Please share this with your friends, especially those interested in automotive photography. This is right now one of the booming sectors in photography in Bangladesh especially. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, you hit that notification, turn on that bell icon, hit it with everything you can, and I will see you on the next video. Till then, go out, have fun, shoot some dope bangers, shoot some dope cars, and also I will come up with an action photography video real soon next, so you don't want to miss that. I'll see you. Bye bye.